What's up, Eurovision people? My name is Sean, and on my channel, I talk about all things Eurovision. We are back again this weekend for a third live stream. Today, we will be talking about semi-final two, first half, so the first 8 countries in semi-final two. With me are the usual faces, the ones that we love so much. Please let us know who you are.
I'm George from Italy, and
From Becca from Malta. Hi.
It's an all Mediterranean lineup, and we like it. So, semi-final two. Some people are saying this is the weakest of the two semi-finals. Do we agree?
yeah, but at the
Completely.
same time, my entire top three is in this semifinal.
Nice. Is it all in first half as well?
No, Poland the second half.
Nah,
Oh,
spoiler alert.
really?
Spoiler alert. So, if you guys would like to subscribe to my channel, please do so. We have more live streams coming up. We are covering semifinals by halves, and then we will be predicting the results of the semifinals in the week of Eurovision. And yeah, like this video if you did enjoy it, and come and tell us where you're from or your opinions on the live chat. If you would like to watch our opinions from semi-final one, you can find them on my channel. We had a live stream from semi-final one first half 2 weeks ago, and we discussed the second half yesterday. So without further ado, we're kicking things off from semi-final two, and we're opening the show with Denmark. I know this is one of Georgia's favorites, so
Oh,
it's
yes,
only
it
fair you
is.
get to kick us off.
It's my number three overall, and it's all, and I'm saying all, due to Riley's amazing looks. He's just so cute. He's like the perfect guy, and that's why I like the song so much. The song itself is really nice as well, very catchy. People say that it's soulless, that it doesn't really express any emotions, but that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be a cute TikTok song, and on its own, it doesn't really stand out. But when you pair it with Riley's visuals, with his looks, with the way he presents himself, then it works. I mean, everything is appropriate in this package. He has the cute look, he has the cute song, he has the cute moves. I will say his package is very consistent. So it's very hard to predict who is going to qualify from this semifinal and who isn't, because like 8 songs are borderline, and there's only a handful that are completely out or completely in. But I think that this one is a strong package, so I would love to see it in the final again. It's disadvantaged by the running order, but the package is good.
I didn't like this at all when it was released. I usually don't like Denmark songs so much these days, and this was no different. I did not follow Dansk Melody Grand Prix, so I don't know what was. I do know what was sacrificed, but I wasn't that much into it, so I don't really care. But this grew on me a lot. It grew on me so much. I'm streaming it like crazy now. Um, I'm walking to work every day singing, if we can go back to the start, stop it falling apart. Yeah, I like it. I think it's in a weird way authentic to what Riley is as an artist, but I don't mean that it's authentic to, like for instance Albania or Spain. Like it's authentic to what he's trying to do. It's what you can expect from an artist like that, a so-called TikTok artist. I'm still not sure if it's going to qualify, but right now, if I had to make a prediction, I would say more no than yes. Becca.
I'm not a very big fan of this song, as I'm not a very big fan of TikTok songs. I mean, I don't even have TikTok, but I don't listen to TikTok songs.
Obviously,
Um, Obviously.
if you don't have ears, you can't listen to music, can you?
But I think compared to the other songs that are in the semifinal, I think it will qualify. I guess people do like these TikTok songs. And not really much. I mean, I've tried to listen it more than once, but I'm not. It just doesn't click with me. I'm sorry, George. I know it's your favorite, but it just
Don't
doesn't
worry,
click with
Becca.
me.
You're not voting in the second semifinal anyway, and neither am I.
Neither is
That's
she
true.
voting in the first semi-final. Giorgio, you brought up a good point 2 weeks ago because you said they are opening both semifinals with TikTok songs.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Did I say that?
I think so because we talked about Norway.
Yeah, true.
Do you think it's to its advantage or not?
No, it's not an advantage because opening the semifinal is not an advantage. People are going to tune in maybe a few songs in, so some are going to miss out on this.
But Alexander Rybak won his semifinal in 2018. Opening it.
He was lucky.
That's how he wrote his song. Okay, so Denmark is Denmark. Moving on to one of the favorites, and a lot of people were shocked that this is coming in second in the running order. What do we think about Brunette from Armenia?
I love this song. I just really like it. It has like different beats. It has like the modern kind of beat, and then she has where she's singing Armenian, and I just like how the song just changes. I didn't think I'm in between Armenia and Poland if they will qualify in this semi-final. I mean, personally, I would love to see Armenia to go through. I mean, I love the songs that Armenia bring throughout the years. I know it's completely different for Armenia to bring this kind of song this year, but I really genuinely want Armenia to qualify. But I don't know if people actually
Wait, so
like
you
the
think
song
the
or not.
last spots are between Armenia and Poland?
No, yeah, like it will be between Armenia and Poland, I think. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is actually the hardest song to stage this year when you think about it. It's a very interesting piece. I will say the composition, the structure of the song are very interesting, but this is hella hard to stage. I appreciate that it's risky. It's an R&B song. You don't hear that much at Eurovision. Brunette has the visuals, but what are they going to do on stage to make it stand out? And I actually find it funny how she was the favorite to win semifinal 2 according to the betting notes, and then the EBU, knowing this, just put her second anyway. Like, that was such a slap in the face, but it's funny. But I'm not sure that this will qualify. I think it might miss out.
Wow.
But it's in our top 10, so if it qualifies, I'll be happy.
So you actually like the song?
I love it.
I think this is qualifying easily. Guys, what are you smoking over there? This is qualifying. Just because it's in the number 2 spot, I don't think it means that it's not going to qualify.
Oh, it's not because of the number 2. It's because it's hard to stage for me. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't
but-
really imagine it standing out live.
Point taken, but I don't know. I always think that staging cannot ruin a song so hard for it not to qualify. We might lose its potential, in the final. It might slip down from potential top 10 to even lower than top 15 if it's staged incorrectly. But I don't think it's gonna, like, if it needs to qualify, and this is definitely one of the contenders to crash like the televote in the semi-final, I don't know if it can be staged so badly for it to be considered as a potential non-qualifier. I actually don't like the song maybe as much as you guys. I really needed my time with it. It's, I think, 28 in my top 37, so really middle of the road. And it still hasn't really clicked for me, if I'm honest. The lyrics are also very like
They're lazy. You're right.
I just want to drink smoothies near cafes. Like what are we doing?
You know how the lyrics are copied from Tumblr, right? Like she
Yeah,
just
I saw that.
on Tumblr quotes, and it was neat cafes, not near cafes.
Maybe she
pronunciation.
does want to drink smoothies. I mean, I'd like to drink smoothies at the niche cafe.
One thing is for sure, though.
But I think that
Doesn't have Botox.
the song's theme is very original. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
What is the theme?
The theme is that nowadays, it's hard to find love because everybody's so obsessed with these dating apps and everything, and everybody has expectations and standards and so on. And she's just like, I just want somebody to like me for me and do simple things with me without, dreaming too big. And I only want a partner who just clicks with me and who doesn't really expect me to be like to give them the moon. And I think this is actually a very beautiful theme. She could have developed it better, but for Eurovision standards, this is good. Especially when her native language is not English.
I agree. On that point, I wish the song was all in Armenian. Like when the Armenian comes in,
It's not a very musical language, I will say.
I don't care.
For this type of song, no Armenian, please. Armenian only for ethnic songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's a beautiful language. Yeah, me too. I think I would prefer it like if it's all in Armenian.
But
even because she doesn't have,
it.
She doesn't have the best pronunciation. Like, for instance, I thought she said near cafes, not neat cafes.
Oh,
so
that's
when you have such a nice theme, it's not going to be understood anyway in English, I guess. So let's just sing in your language, darling. But yeah, I think this is qualifying.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Moving on. It's qualifying, especially if it's before the country that we're about to talk about now.
This is overhated.
What is this song? It's just horrible.
No,
this is my 37th song.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really understand the hate for this.
What?
I mean, he's not very nice to look at, but that's it. Like, the voice is really good. The song punches hard. It's not one of the best. It's certainly not qualifying, but I don't think it's terrible.
No, I disagree.
You
explain?
I guess it's just one of those songs when you hear it for the first time and you look at the video, what he's doing, you'll be like, nah, just move on. No, I just didn't like the song. I mean, there was nothing.
You don't connect with it.
I can't connect. There's nothing particular to it, and I feel that not many people can really connect to such a song. I mean, maybe it's my taste, my music taste, which are different compared to others. But yeah, I really can't. I don't like this song at all. No.
Most people agree with you, actually.
I know.
But people hate him for some reason.
No, it's not about hate. Definitely not about hate. It's just I just don't like the song.
I know, but he gets so much hate for no reason lately.
No, that's not nice.
I mean, I actually agree with both of your points. I can't connect to the song either. I don't hate it, but it's off-putting on a playlist. It's off-putting when I'm looking at it. The staging at Selección Nacional was terrible.
I liked the staging there.
Really?
I'm the only one who did. I know that.
It looked so cheap with the girls in the lingerie.
Exactly.
If I was there, I would have walked up to them and I said, are you cold? Do you want a blanket? Here.
Nothing wrong with some women showing their skin.
But it doesn't make sense in that song. Like, it's not.
What is it even about? I know digite means like fingers, but that's it.
It's not sensual enough for that, theme. It's not. I don't know. It's not sexual. It's not seductive.
No, it's not seductive in general.
I just thought it was a bit much. But I agree with Giorgio when he said the song is overhated. I really don't think that this deserves all of the dislike that it got. At first, when it was released, I thought, maybe it would qualify. But now with this running order, with how things unfolded, I'm a rip out a page from Rebecca's book and say, nah.
Oh my God. It is supposed to be a sensual song. I'm reading the lyrics right now.
What does digite mean?
Digite means fingers.
What, so the Romanian word for fingers is an acronym?
Yeah. No, digite. It's D-E-G-E-T-E. Like digite. The word D, the letter D, the letter G, and the letter T. So digite.
Okay. And what is the song even about?
It's like a cat call. No, it's a cat call. Like, this girl is playing with her fingers, and he's like, "Oh, please leave the bed free because I'm joining you."
Oh, so it is actually very sexual.
Yeah. supposedly.
But then again, he's 18, you know.
He's
Okay, but
18.
at 18, how many of us were still virgin?
Will you be
Not
surprised?
Theodore Andre.
Moving on. Let's leave Theodore Andre to explore his sexual drives in Bucharest, Romania. Estonia is next.
Ooh,
Oh,
my number one
Ooh.
favorite of the entire year.
Oh
oh,
wow.
number one.
Yeah, my number one
Kick
favorite.
us off.
Oh, first of all, I'm happy that this year has no other ballads like this, basically. So this one gets all the potential votes. And don't say that Lithuania is similar because that's a Kelly Clarkson type of song. Has nothing to do with this. I think that Bridges is, first of all, a very rare, well written song at Eurovision. The lyrics are fantastic, and I connected with them right away. And also, Alika sings amazingly. Like, you can say anything about her voice. She has very good stage presence, and I loved her Estee Lauder presentation, her outfit especially. It was very appropriate for this type of song. So for me, everything was perfect, and I can't wait to vote for this in the final because I know that it will be there, and I think that it will qualify comfortably because, as I said, nobody is stealing any audience from her. She is the only ballad of this type. It would have done better a few years ago. I will say like around 10 years ago at Eurovision, but it still sounds very good and appropriate for the current year.
I can see why you like this song. Full on compliments, not even one
Mhm.
bad negative comment.
I have
Wow,
nothing bad to say about it other than the
that's the
fact that it was
first.
co-written by the Duncan Lawrence co-writer.
Oh
But
Oh,
really?
co-writer, not him.
co-writer, no, of course not. Otherwise, it would be unlistenable. But this co-writer redeemed himself. He gave us Arcade, and now he gave us Bridges.
Oh,
So all positive things. What do you think, Becca?
oh, I love this song. I mean, from the first
Ooh.
time I heard it, I really like it, and I do like a good ballad song. I mean, and the fact that I think it's the only song apart from Lithuania, I think, but Lithuania is different, as you said. Um, I also like her stage presence, even simple thing as her clothing. I even for the Madrid as the party for the press, she came in a suit, and I love suits.
The way
And
towards Becca's heart. Wear a suit
but
and be a
but
woman.
she, okay. But then like she had like this really presence like in a suit, and I feel it makes a difference. I really want her to qualify, and I feel this will qualify very comfortable, and I think it will do good in the final as well, I believe.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
jury will be baited, hopefully. This
I
sounds
think so.
like it's going to be very high in the jury, not too high in the televote, but overall, it can be top 10 in the final, and I
Yeah,
believe
I
it.
think so. Me too. Yeah. So go Estonia.
Woohoo.
We
Woohoo.
are a house in agreement.
Ooh.
I love this. It's my number six of the whole year. I loved it from the minute it was released. I always knew this would win Estilaul because, I mean, what Ollie was there, yes,
Ollie
but
was there.
th- this is the song that Estonians tend to back
Mhm.
at Eurovision. If our friend Eston was here, he would tell us even more about how much Estonians love ballads. But yeah, this was always a surefire to win for me in Estonia. It is a beautifully composed ballad. Like there's no these days we're getting a lot of Billie Eilish influence in a ballad. We're getting a lot of like simplistic, maybe minimalist
It
effects on
has
a ballad.
amazing piano riffs.
Yeah, this is just amazingly classic. The piano riffs, as you mentioned, to me, and her vocal performance. Can we just say her vocal performance is perfection? It is
Impeccable.
vocally perfect, and every time she sings it, she's consistent. This for me is a Chiara moment, a Barbara Pravi moment,
Oh,
a moment where coming after TikTok and then coming out of Billie Eilish and then coming out of Sexual Fingers, then we're gonna have the people stop talking. In the arena, you're gonna hear a pin drop, and I think that comes across really really well on TV, and people will vote for that. I think a lot of people on pockets of the internet, on certain pockets here and there, are saying that this is actually borderline, especially since there is another ballad coming in much later, which we will talk about next week.
You need to
But
stop about comparing it to Lithuania. They have nothing to do with each other.
they
Two
have
different
nothing to do with
demographics.
each other. But we have seen in the past that ballads coming later have much more of an advantage. But I still think this is going to qualify. I mean, this is, like I said, this is a Chiara moment, man. And in the final, I can see this coming top 3 in the jury.
Yeah, me too. At least 3-digit score from the jury. At least.
3-digit scores from the jury.
Digit
I think the televote is going to like this as well, but maybe not so much as the jury. But you know who I also compare this to? Patricia Cass.
Oh,
Like
kind of,
that,
yeah. That was very French, though.
Yeah. But that moment in the show where time stops. And when I did my running order prediction, I almost wanted this to be at number 3 because Chiara performed at number 3, Patricia Cass as well.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara was in second half, but 2 out of 3, not a bad record.
Well, then she can be 19th like Barbara. I don't remember what number Barbara was, but she was pretty late.
Yeah.
Or 22nd.
Moving on to Belgium, one of the most probably hated songs in the beginning of the season. What do we think of Belgium?
What do we think of Belgium? I think he's also a safe qualifier, despite what a lot of people say. He has great energy. He's very likable. He's contagious with his energy, even to the people in the arena. And we saw the result in Belgium. And I think we will see the same result in Liverpool, especially if he keeps those empowered women of color as his backing vocalists. People love that type of stuff. And
the new mamas.
Exactly. I think that this will be in the final. It won't do too much in the final, but it will be in the final against the Lords.
Yeah.
I mean, the odds are saying this is going to be the final.
No, they aren't.
It's 10th or 11th.
Is it?
Always coming back and forth with Denmark.
Or wait, or maybe 12th. Let me check the odds right now. But the odds are weird. This is qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
No, he's
so?
10th now.
Becca.
He's 10th now.
Becca.
Oh,
sorry.
And when the world got me going crazy.
I forgot the word.
You carry on.
Oh, that word. I think this one will qualify for the final. I think also especially like what the message is all about, like equality and inclusiveness, and I think especially since Eurovision tend to be associated with the LGBTIQ plus community, so I feel that it will qualify because of that. But I generally just like the song. I mean, it's a very fun song to listen to. You can vibe out with it, and I feel it's just kind of like a bit of a break before all the other shitty songs starts. So I think Belgium will definitely go through.
And you know what? I think that this one is much more competitive with Lithuania for points than Estonia, because this and Lithuania are the two songs that appeal to wine moms the most. This is these middle-aged women are going to see Gustav and say, "Oh my God, he's the gay best friend that I wish I had," and they're going to vote for him. And same for Lithuania, they're going to be like, "Oh my God, that girl is so me," even though she's like 30, and so they're going to vote for her.
I liked Belgium from the beginning. I was in that group of people who were like, "Guys, it's not that bad. It's a fun song." I really like the subtle production. There's a part when it's like, it's like early 90s, mid 90s kind of feel. I always liked it. I did like obviously Shireen in the national final, but I thought that was very, very overhyped and badly staged.
I like it. It reminded me of Katy Perry's concerts.
In Madrid, he was electrifying. He started out the show right after Blanca Paloma's acoustic version of Ea Ea, and he really, really got the crowd going. I think it's not a safe qualifier, And we know that Belgium can't stage for the life of them. But this, I think with the televote, this should qualify. I would be worried if there was a jury, but this should be a televote qualifier. Like you said, Giorgio, I do think is it's going to get the votes of maybe the older demographic, but those people vote, and more than young people, I think.
It's going to
So
qualify comfortably, I'm telling you.
I wouldn't mind. I like the song. It's I think in my 21 or 22. Romy tells us that they could have just have a powerful woman of color as the lead singer. We would want that. Yeah,
Maybe next year.
maybe. I think that could come across as a little bit generic. After we've had the mamas, um, we've had
Sweden.
we've had powerful women of colors. So, but yeah, maybe he would get a little bit more love if he was a she, and he or she was a bit more colorful. Although I'm not sure he can get more than he already is. Moving on to
Oh,
Cyprus.
and I want him to wear his hat. He has one. He
He
has
will.
really wonderful hats. So
He
Oh my
hasn't
god, I hate
taken it
those
off
hats.
since January. Don't worry.
Cyprus, who wants to kick us off while I cough?
You do.
Okay, I will. I like this. I do like this. I like Andrew Lambro as a performer. I think as a vocalist, he sells it. The song, not my favorite, but coming after Andromahi last year, I was expecting something terrible from Cyprus because they were probably discouraged by her non-qualification and her having an ethnic song. So maybe, because my expectations were so low, I was pleasantly surprised. I like it. It's my number 18th. I think it is qualifying. But at the same time, I think I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't qualify.
Yeah, this is borderline. I agree. I think it's qualifying rather than not. But I think that here there is a problem with his package. He is
Which
a
package?
the package of the song and the artist. He's basically a gym
Of the song
himbo.
or of the artist?
Both of them, like combined. He's like a gym himbo, and you see him and you expect something
a
energetic.
Jim what?
Himbo, like a bimbo, but a male.
Well, himbo.
Himbo,
Wow.
yeah. HIMBO. And you expect something energetic, like his song that he had at Australia Decides last year. And instead, you get this ukulele type of ballad. Does he have the live vocals to sell it? I don't know. Does he
I
have the
guess
stage
we'll find
presence?
out
We will.
very soon.
But does he have the stage presence to sell an emotional ballad? Definitely not. And that's why I think that he's borderline. Otherwise, with those looks and with the drama of the song, he should be qualifying, but I'm not 100% sure. More like 75% sure. He doesn't convey any emotions. That's the issue. And that's bad for a ballad.
I don't
Rebecca
think the song
Nicole
will
DEGUARA.
qualify. I don't think the song will qualify. I mean, as you said, I mean, it doesn't really do anything. He's just singing. If he is even singing, I mean, yeah, it doesn't do that much, honestly. I mean, it's a song that
It's like
honestly,
Romania for you.
I know Romania's worse. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's her 37th. This one really
This is
reminds
your
me of
36th?
Ukulele.
No, it's not my 36. What's my 36? I still have to. I think my 36 is Poland. Poland or
We
San
were talking
Marino.
about Poland. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It
you were
doesn't do
saying.
like the song. It doesn't do anything for me. Like like one of those songs like you listen once and you like you had to barely go through because like it was so bad, and I'm like just skip.
It's a
No,
skip for Becca. I
it's
do
a
think he
skip.
will give a competent vocal performance, but I do think he's gonna dodge a lot of notes because it's a very hard song to sing. Like I don't think anyone can sing like that, especially in the end. Like when he's like, "You can, you can."
There will
I'm
be
not
a
even
lot
gonna
of
try. I'm sick
pre-recorded
as
backing
fuck.
vocals.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is not good
yeah.
for a ballad.
But that, I mean, because he will have pre-recorded backing vocalists, he will probably be dodging a lot of notes. So we'll see. I think it will still come together, but it might not sound as impressive as the studio cut. Moving on, we are going from the south of Europe to the very north with Iceland. I'm not starting on this one because I'll get blocked
Really?
or
Why?
cancelled.
You know what? Why would you get cancelled? I mean, this is a song that has
Because we're living in
nothing.
2023.
It has nothing at all that stands out. Nobody's going to vote for this. Hear me out. Everybody's going to enjoy it, but it's going to be like everybody's fifth or sixth favorite, and nobody's voting for it. She doesn't really serve anything. Everything reminds me of Paper by Spala from 2017, which also failed to qualify because nothing about it stood out. It's a normal pop song. There's a lot of screaming. The melody is a bit clunky with the power thing. Just doesn't stand out in any way. She's not a particularly good performer. She doesn't really. I think she does a little bit too much on stage, but she doesn't have anything to back her antics up. So this is going nowhere. Like, I think this is actually a certified bottom three in the semifinal, together with San Marino and probably Romania.
Wow, harsh.
Not harsh. It's just a song that everybody enjoys, but nobody cares about enough to vote for it.
Oh, no, that's true. I mean, personally, when I listened for the first time on Spotify, I really like this song. But then when I actually heard this song, when watching her video and watching her perform live, I was like, is this the same song? Because it was completely different. Like her stage performance, and even when she was singing, like there was lots of screaming. While on Spotify, of course, it's completely different. But I don't think it will qualify. No, no.
Yeah,
It's just there, as you said.
this has zero charm, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Makes three of
Sean,
us.
you have
It
the
makes three of
floor.
us. Thank you, my dear. I don't like this. I never did, and I never will. I get your paper comparisons, Giorgio, but I really
Toilet
like
paper.
I really liked paper though, and I can't stand this one. But I do get the comparison still. Um, it's just a woman singing lyrics that we've heard 10,000 times before, wearing clothes that we've seen 10,000 times before, and her hair is bund up in a way that we've seen
Before.
10,000 times before.
Uh,
It's generic, it's bland. I don't know if Iceland had better choices because guess what? I wasn't tuning in.
they
And
did, though.
it puzzles me to see that this was given a really good spot in the running order. Like number 7 for a song like this. Why?
This is not a
Why?
good spot.
And she's sandwiched between two ballads that
And this
are
is
not even
also
safe qualifier.
this is also kind of ballad, though. And this is like the least safe qualifier out of the three of them.
But still, like I really think that it's a wasted running order spot. And the point I really wanted to make is a lot of Nordic fans are slating Spain because they're saying it's all screaming and moaning, but then they all have Iceland in their top 10. This is just as screaming, in my
Okay, but this
opinion.
one is a basic pop song. Spain is just unlistenable.
Still, we're talking about screaming. If you don't like Spain, you don't need to like this one, because if you don't like screaming, you don't like both of them because they're both screaming.
There are
So-
different types of screaming. This one is human screaming. Spain is more like a bird screaming, if it makes sense.
I don't know. Me personally, I don't like screaming, and if I don't like screaming, I won't like all types of screaming. With that being said, Spain's my number 1. So
I like Christina Aguilera, though,
ugh.
but I don't like Spain or this one.
Anyway, this is not qualifying. End of story.
Yeah,
Imagine if it does.
you won't.
I will delete this live stream.
Ooh.
Ooh, no, it's not qualifying. Like, come on.
No, I
for
don't think
real.
it's coming bottom 3. Like I think this actually deserves to come last in the semifinal because at least San
San Marino is
Marino.
coming last, John.
No,
I know,
I think
I know,
San
but-
Marino or Romania.
No,
No,
Romania
I
has
think-
12 points from the Spanish televote. The
And
immigrants.
Iceland has something from Denmark. But I think this one deserved. I dislike this more than San Marino.
We
Moving
do.
on.
Ooh, this is the worst
Moving
one in the
on.
semifinal.
Greece.
This is also terrible. I mean, you can tell here, like, I don't understand this song. I don't understand anything about this. I mean, why did they pick this random guy who had never performed outside of his bedroom in his life and throwing him on stage with a song that he self wrote and self produced? And you can tell because it's very poor quality recording. He doesn't really even have a nice voice, and you can tell that he's a nepo baby. His dad is like a
You know
rich.
what I say?
Exactly, his voice is terrible. You can tell that he has rich parents who bought him a career. And I don't know, Greece is just setting itself up, I guess. This is going to destroy national Greek pride once again. And there are 2 years of jury driven top 10s.
There's a lot to destroy.
No, but talking for real, I don't understand this choice at all. I mean, you can tell that the Greek broadcaster is broke, so they just accepted whatever brought from Panic Records. And for some reason, Panic Records wanted to launch this guy who has no other songs with more than 10,000 streams on Spotify. So this is all very mysterious, and you can tell that a
But
lot
there
of
was also
corruption went
Melissa from
on.
Panic Records.
Melissa Mantzoukas.
Melissa Mantzoukas, yeah,
Well, this guy's dad offered more money.
I guess.
There is no way in hell that that song, we all heard it, so you guys know what I'm talking about, was selected, because it was the best one that was submitted to the Greek broadcaster. It's unlistenable.
Harsh critics, very harsh.
No, it's not harsh. It's
Well,
factual.
harsh critics, do you agree or not?
Yes, I do.
So let's continue this streak of harshness.
I compared this. I mean, I compared this song with the same as Cyprus. I mean, I tend to get them confused because it's
Romy
totally
is right.
qualifying. Yes, that's very true. I tend to get them confused between Greece and Cyprus because I feel like they're nearly the same song except two different countries. Does that make sense? Um, like
Different.
I mean, it's just there, you know. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, I used to love Greece entries back in 2008, 7, 9, 10. They were amazing. But then
That
if
was a
you look,
different time. They lost identity now.
I know they did. They lost their identity. Like, hello, where are the Greeks? Where are your breaking of plates?
People expect only one thing from Greece, and they refuse to give it to them. We want
Mm,
bouzouki, sirtaki, and stuff like that. We know what Greek music sounds like,
exactly.
and
And
yet they insist on
and
giving us
yet they're
these
sending this
radio-friendly
shit.
songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
and these songs are not going to be played on any radios, by the way. So I don't get why they're trying. It's
No.
still weird. You just need to have
You,
a public selection again. The Greek public will surely select something else.
Oh,
you
for
guys
sure.
thought you were harsh. You've seen nothing yet.
Ooh.
So drum rolls, love doing this.
Okay. It is very evident that the Greek broadcaster wants full control over the song that they are sending. This year they tried to fool us with this public jury that they introduced into internal selection, but they completely overrided it by the other segment, their own people. Um, the public jury wanted what's her name, Melissa Mantzoukas, and they did not want anything to do with Victor Vernikos. And like, okay, maybe there was money involved. I don't know. That's an allegation.
It's
It could
Greece.
be true.
It's
It's
Greece.
Greece. It's Greece. This song, I'm not even sure it's not going to qualify because if there is a lucky country in Eurovision, it's Greece. There's Cyprus with them this year. There's Albania,
There's
and
Denmark.
there's Denmark. He's half Danish. They are lucky motherfuckers. I'm not talking about the
Okay.
Greek population. I'm talking about the Greek the delegation.
Okay,
Please,
but
if
is
any Greek
anyone
people.
that is not from these three countries voting for him? That's the question.
But how, if the televote is going to be a little bit focused on big names, then this can work up its way to 8 or 9.
But it's the second
Anyways,
semifinal.
yeah. Anyways, if there are any Greek people watching, please don't take offense. I love you. That's why I am saying these things because I want you guys to be represented. I can't believe that a country with such richness in culture and in musical folklore is sending these shitty songs. Victor Vernicos, no disrespect to him, but I don't think he should go to Eurovision at 16. He doesn't even know who he is as a musician. He doesn't even know who he is as a singer. He has never broken in, in the charts. Eurovision is supposed to be an exhibition of your best local flavor from your local music scene. Who the hell is Victor Vernicos in such a rich musical country?
10,000 streams per song.
Who the hell is Victor Vernicos? And I really like, if there's one song, usually I'm like, there are songs that I wish will qualify. There are also a couple of songs that I'm really, really hopeful they don't qualify, because I want ERT to have a cold shower and give in to whatever propaganda is pushing them to sending these generic, boring, bland songs.
John, ERT is
Greece
bankrupt.
don't
They
qualify.
can't do anything. They can't do anything. They have to accept bribes.
How sad. Very
I
sad.
know.
But I'm sure there are rich, better artists who are richer.
Yeah.
They will rather go to Cyprus.
Isn't
super good
Evangelia
cast-
like a bona fide artist?
Yeah, in Vangelia, I mean, she has a couple of songs with more than 1 million streams. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
she does. Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's huge, but
Amen.
it's not a nobody. Like, this guy's a complete nobody. And one thing that I saw some people argue is that this guy might have the Blanche effect. You can already tell he's going to have zero stage presence. He's going to be super stiff. But Blanche did so well because her song was out of this world. This song is terrible.
Blanche had a good song, and even I will say it, and I never liked City Lights, but even I can admit that it was a good
It
song.
aged
It's just
very
that I
well.
didn't like.
This one is not a good song at all. Like, even in the studio, it's terrible. Like, I have no words. I mean, the production is so cheap. And of course, he self-produced it, and we respect him for that. But at the same time, throwing himself on Eurovision stage at this age with no experience is not going to do him any favors. Even Blanche had the Voice of Belgium experience. He has nothing. Like, you can tell he's just a rich
Victor.
kid. Yeah, he's just a rich kid and nothing else.
Vernikos, we love you, but this isn't your time, I'm afraid.
No. No time is your time with that voice.
And in conclusion, I had San Marino as my number 37 up until Madrid. I met Piquet Jacks. They were lovely, and I moved them up to 36. And do
Oh.
you know who got sacrificed?
Wow. Who?
Greece.
Greece.
I have Greece
You know
at
what they
36.
say?
Don't
I
worry.
now have Greece as 37.
Don't worry, I have them at 36, so now the world is healed.
Oh.
That concludes our commentary on the first half of the second semi-final. We hope that there aren't many people in Greece who are offended. If you are, we love Greece. We've been there. We've broken.
They don't
plates.
even know that they are doing Eurovision this year, so don't worry.
They're probably not even watching. And I'm talking about my live stream, not Eurovision. They're probably not watching my live stream, not Eurovision. But just in case, we're covered. That's the thing, I really want. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it again. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, even if you're Greek. I promise I will give you all the love if you send someone like Evangelia, and we will do so on our yearly live streams. Like this video if you did enjoy it, and we will be back next week to discuss the second half of semi-final 2, where we will be talking about Poland,
Georgia,
Slovenia.
San Marino, Slovenia,
Albania,
Australia, Albania,
And
the other-
Lithuania.
Lithuania, and who's missing?
You
Austria.
mentioned them.
Austria, correct? The favorite to win,
Austria.
right?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, send your comments, whatever. We will see you next week on our EUROBUZZ series. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.